team being able to repeat your post-game speech. What was your message to them today?
Well, listen, you get a game like this, in 82 games, there's going to be some stinkers. And when it feels like every shot's going in the net and every one you take's not, that happens. And usually you can just burn the tape and turn the page and move on to the next game. What makes it tough is the three before, where we feel for sure could have taken two of them, probably took a point, got points out of the last three. We don't. Now all of a sudden you've lost four in a row, and this one is, much more of a stinger. So the thing you can't do is hang your head and understand that a week ago we'd won three in a row. Tough spot now that we've lost four in a row, but it's you can't bury your head in the sand. You just got to say, okay, what can we get better at here, and move on to the next one. Good thing is we get these guys again, so you look at it two ways. It's a heck of a team, Dallas, but when something like this happens, I think if you have a choice, you want to play the same team again, and so we're going to have that opportunity in a couple months.
You talked about pucks not going in the net. What have you noticed in regards to scoring?
Well, it's tough. Like I said, 4 games ago you scored 8 on 14, and now I think we've got 5 on 150. So, we've got some pretty good players there that have been used to scoring, that can put in the puck in the net, and it's not going in for them. Again, it's not a 15-game year; it's an 82-game year, and there's going to be some dry spells. But we got to, before we do that, we got to start keeping the puck out, and for us, that's got to be paramount. Okay. You guys good? Hey, listen. So at times there's things that are unlucky for a goalie, and for a guy to whack one out of the air, another one to be a seeing-eye single, that a shot by a player that is used to scoring, those are tough ones. I mean, a goalie can look at the eyes and say, I can't believe these are going in, but we've put him in these circumstances. But again, this is his 3rd game or 4th game in almost a year, so he's getting his legs back, but he's still the best in the world, man, and that's the guy we want in our net.
Austin, they score 3 goals in the first 8 minutes, and after that 3rd goal, John Cooper calls a timeout. What is his message to you and your teammates?
Well, it's just, at that point the game starts to get a little squirrely emotionally, but at the time we were doing a lot of good things, playing the offensive zone. We hadn't given up much, but what we did ended up in the back of our net, and just to try to stick with what we're doing and claw our way back, and we were able to get one on the power play there, but we know what happened the rest of the game as well.
You mentioned those costly mistakes. What will it take to prevent them?
Got to stick with it. Got to work. It's a little bit unfortunate. What do we score 8 on 15 in Carolina, and then over the last 3 games or so, we put a lot of rubber on net, and can't seem to find a way to bear down when we get chances. And then it seems like what we do give up are some pretty grade A point blank looks, and they end up in the back of our net. But there's a lot of guys here from the teams that won a couple championships, and you got a lot of veteran guys that have played playoff games, that have been through a lot of seasons, and adversity comes throughout the season. We're hitting a little bit of that right now, and the thing you can't do is you can't get negative, you can't get down on each other and yourself. You got to just work to find a way out of it, and really confident that our group will do that.
In a game when you're trailing by multiple goals, are you tempted to do something drastically different, or is the message just to stick to your original game plan?
I think you got to make little adjustments, and that's what the coaches will do. But for the most part, it's work at that point. You can find a way to get one and maybe turn the tide and get back in the game. But normally that just comes from a little bit of stick-to-itiveness, just getting after it and playing the offensive zone. I thought we did a lot of that tonight. So it's obviously it's not even close to good enough when you get beat 8-1. But like everything, may not be as bad as it seems, and it's never as good as it seems either. So we'll bounce back. We'll keep working, and all the confidence in the world that this group will do that.
Were you glad you get your other shot at them so soon on Monday?
Yeah, that does. I mean, that helps, right? You get a chance to play a bit of a home and home, and you're making adjustments against the team that you just played. So that makes things a little bit easier, and it affords you an opportunity to bounce back. Absolutely.
Calvin, they score 3. John Cooper calls a timeout and calls you guys over. What is his message to your group at that point in the game?
Just kind of stick with our game plan, obviously. It was just 3 quick shots went in the net. We kind of had a game like that against Carolina. It was kind of the same thing. Kind of felt like that game in a way. I thought we created some good opportunities. We're just not capitalizing offensively right now, and it's frustrating. But the worst thing that can happen is letting negativity creep into this locker room. And I've played on some subpar teams over my career, and when that negativity starts creeping in, it makes things worse. So we just gotta stay focused and stay positive. And I'm sure the teams that have won championships here and with the Lightning and the guys who have faced some adversity over the course of those seasons and playoffs as well. And we're just going through that a little bit right now. And but it's definitely not for lack of effort. And we're obviously trying our best out there. It's just the stars aren't aligning for us.
How do you fend off that negativity? Because 4 straight losses, I don't think anyone's happy in here.
No, we're not happy, obviously. But I think we can watch game tape and take some positives away. I don't think there's, we're doing some good things. Like I said, we're just not capitalizing as a offensively, and it's 5 guys out there. It's not just our forwards. It's everyone being a part of the offense, and but at the same time, we obviously got to try and find a way to keep the puck out of our net. And just seems like teams are playing a little opportunistic against us right now, and just pucks are going in, and so it is what it is. But we just got to stay positive, I think, and keep moving forward. Lots of hockey left. So.
With Andre coming back in the lineup last week, how do you feel he's coming along?
Vass?
Yes.
Oh, he's I don't know. Like, I think it's gonna give him some time. Obviously, he missed a key part of the season especially for a goalie, I think. And but at the same time, we got to give him some support out there and give him as much help as we can inside our blue line. And on the offensive side of things, we got to give him some run support at the same time. And like I said, I think just teams are being opportunistic against us, and that's what it feels like. But it just seems like there's a black cloud hanging over us, and we just got to find a way to get rid of that and keep pushing.